The Galactic Council was abuzz with energy. The grand amphitheater, housing representatives from every corner of the known universe, echoed with the clamor of voices. At the center stood Ambassador Xerr'vok of the Kryth'ra, a species known for their analytical minds and technological prowess. Esteemed members of the council, Xerr'vok began, his melodious voice carrying authority. We convene today to discuss the matter of the Deathworlders, humans from Sol 3. Their expansionist tendencies and volatile nature make them a threat to galactic peace. It is time we act decisively. A declaration of war is necessary to ensure our survival. The Assembly murmured in agreement. After all, Sol 3 was classified as a death world, a planet so hostile that survival was a miracle. Humans had not only survived, but thrived, spreading their influence to neighboring systems. Stories of their resilience and unpredictability had reached every corner of the galaxy, though many dismissed them as exaggerations. From the shadows of the amphitheater, a gravelly voice interrupted. Before you all decide to doom yourselves, perhaps you should hear from someone who's met them. All eyes turned to a figure stepping into the light. Ambassador Krix of the Tarveen, a small, insectoid species known for their cautious nature, moved to the podium. Krix's exoskeleton gleamed under the lights, his mandibles clicking thoughtfully as he addressed the assembly. Let me tell you why declaring war on humans is the worst decision you could make. Krix began, his voice steady. My people learned this lesson the hard way. The encounter. 3 cycles ago, the Tarveen had stumbled upon a rich, resource-laden moon in the Xentar Nebula. To their dismay, a human mining vessel was already there. The humans had established a small outpost and were extracting minerals at an alarming rate. The Tarveen, confident in their technological superiority, issued an ultimatum: leave or face annihilation. The humans' response? A simple message: come and try. What followed was a military campaign that should have been an easy victory for the Tarveen. Their ships outnumbered the humans 5-1. Their weapons were advanced, their strategies flawless. Yet the humans didn't fight like any species the Tarveen had encountered before. They didn't just defend, Krix explained. They adapted. Every tactic we deployed, they countered. Every ambush we set, they anticipated. It was as though they thrived on chaos. Krix paused, letting the weight of his words settle. And then there were their soldiers. The ground war. When the Tarveen forces landed on the moon, they expected to crush the human resistance quickly. Instead, they found themselves in a nightmare. The environment was unforgiving, razor-sharp rocks, volatile weather, toxic air. We assumed it would weaken the humans. It only made them stronger, Krix said, his mandibles trembling at the memory. The humans fought with a ferocity that defied logic. They used every resource available, turning rocks into weapons, scavenging Tarveen equipment, and laying traps that exploited the terrain. Even when outnumbered and outgunned, they refused to yield. But it wasn't just their strength or tactics that broke us, Krix admitted. It was their humor. The assembly leaned in, confused murmurs spreading. Yes, humor, Krix repeated. Amid the carnage, they laughed. They sang. They mocked us, even as we outflanked them. It was as if the more dire the situation became, the more they thrived. One of our commanders captured a human and demanded his surrender. Do you know what the human said? The room was silent. Krix's mandibles clicked as he imitated the human's response. Surrender? Mate, I'm just getting started. Then he escaped. Escaped by detonating his own supply cache to take out an entire platoon of our forces. The aftermath. After months of fighting, the Tarveen retreated. They had lost ships, soldiers, and morale. Meanwhile, the humans rebuilt their outpost and sent a care package to the Tarveen embassy. A crate of the moon's rare minerals with a note that read, "No hard feelings. Let's trade next time." Krix turned back to the assembly. That's the thing about humans. They don't just survive, they thrive. Adversity is their playground. War isn't a last resort for them. It's just another puzzle to solve, another mountain to climb. The warning. Ambassador Xerr'vok scoffed. A single anecdote doesn't prove. Do you know why humans call Sol 3 a death world? Krix interrupted. It's not because of the predators or the natural disasters or the diseases, though those are bad enough. It's because humans themselves are the most dangerous thing on that planet. You think you can break them? They'll adapt. You think you can outsmart them? They'll learn. You think you can outlast them? They'll outlive you. Krix's voice rose, his tone desperate. Declare war if you must, but know this. You won't be fighting for victory. You'll be fighting for survival. And you'll lose. The amphitheater fell into stunned silence. One by one, representatives turned away from Xerr'vok, their support evaporating. Epilogue. As the council adjourned, Xerr'vok approached Krix, his expression unreadable. You exaggerated to scare them, didn't you? Krix's mandibles clicked in amusement. Exaggerate? If anything, I downplayed it. Humans are worse than I described. He leaned closer, his compound eyes glinting. And if you don't believe me, you're welcome to find out for yourself. Xerr'vok said nothing, but the KRYDHRA never brought up war against Deathworlders again.